if you can get a quality modifier, it's definitely worth it because you can get if you can get a high quality
I have an org of
modifier.
augmentation. Is that what we need?
You need an or no.
Orb of alteration?
Yeah, you need to alter his orbs.
Well, I just
Contains
used one.
An extra Vol gem.
Well, that works for us. Welcome back.
Use an aug on it.
Now the augmentation, because it's only got one augment.
Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chupacabra's Lair. More Path of Exile, the Awakening today with Larry, Neff, and Taria. And we're about to,
Do you have one?
buff the shit out of this box with, these, currency items that can augment your weapons and items and stuff. You can also use them on these chests, and I used one, which will give us an extra Vol gem. But before we do that, we're going to listen to this ancient graffiti that looks like hoodoo scratches on a wall with a tiger.
The Monkey King has built his throne on your back. A throne of gold and gem, polished with blood and tears.
Hold on.
Throw off
You trap me inside the city.
Shining privy before your back is broken.
Alright, so anyway, you can already start to see that part of the thing that crunkled the Empire in the booty, I think this is also part, if I remember correctly, part of what got Rome, you know, slave uprisings, while slaves individually are kind of weak and piddly and probably not very militaristically dangerous. Like a gajillion of them will probably murder your face right in. So, yeah, they helped rebel, and we'll get sort of into the nitty-gritty of their storyline in a little bit. So why don't you go ahead and summon that sucker. Alright. So a few friends. And funny enough, in a previous playthrough of this game, I ran into, just as we were ending the last episode, this rare spawning mob that drops bear traps that hold you in place. Alone, a melee character often can die because of that, but we were together this time, so that wasn't so bad. Actually, you notice how Blarg died that first episode back in this round. Well, Blarg was playing with us in a previous run-through when I was still with the Scion, and he ran into that bear trap thing minutes after he warned us about it, and it killed him. And he was pretty saucy the rest of that evening, and it was hilarious. So anyway, we've gotten... Did we get a Vol gem out of there? What was it?
Yeah, I got it. It was Vol Lightning Strike. That's what I've been using to make people electric-y and zap everything around them.
Oh, nice. So you got a fancy new ability. Huzzah.
I always seem to loot the Vol gems that I'm currently using.
Well, start using the lightning touch. Or the one where you... No, the mark that you put on the ground. So anywho, we are looking for Clarissa's boyfriend, Tallman. And, well, I'll tell you a secret. He has been kidnapped by Piety, and, Piety likes to experiment on the living, like Dr. Mangala, and, he's currently getting murdered. So there's that. Oh, hey, it's the assassin guy. So this is like the daily quest guy that basically sends you on, well, assassin missions, really. There's no mystery to that. Except they're not always assassination quests. Sometimes he tells you to beat the shit out of somebody, but leave them almost dead, and then run away. Because sometimes he gets his willies off by being a bit of a dick.
I think they're called the Forsaken Masters.
Yeah, so this master, this quest guy, he's kind of an asshole, but we're gonna go kill people for him, because why not? Maybe he'll give us good things. Really, each one of these masters kind of represents a class path you can take, like Ranger or Assassin or Kristen Shawl, who is also a horse. And once you get reputation with them, they will eventually offer to create a hideout for you in the woods, where you can go and build stuff and research things and craft items and make you can play house, basically. And, yeah.
The masters are really important to in-game.
Yeah, you can make, like, better items with them, mostly, which is why they're important.
You use them to make the best items in the game.
Yeah. So if I was going to play this game to, like, New Game +3 or something, super hard difficulties, I'd want to focus on doing them like once or twice every time I log in, at least, and farm each of these zones until I've, you know, rolled with each of them. But that's not been...
You'd want to do them in the higher difficulties, so you get a lot more reputation.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I'd be focusing more on it. I've never had reason to, so I haven't really strategized about the best way to go about it. So it's kind of like daily quests for crafting recipes in, like, World of Warcraft, in essence. Gives you some grind, so you get a little bit more replayability out of it. Which is
Except
fine.
the reputation you get with them is account bound, so you don't have to go derp around on every single character.
Yeah. So it's kind of grindy for my taste, even though it's account bound, but hey, if you like this game a lot, and you find yourself playing the shit out of it, then this is for you, the questing and grinding. I mean, it's not super grindy, because at least some of the quests seem interesting, and take you to kill unique-ish mobs. But I don't know, more than once with like one creature's quests is sometimes a bit much for Larry.
Generally, you'll get to the max reputation by the end of the last playthrough.
Well, there you go. And if you create a new character, you'll start out with really sick, sweet weapons and stuff. So, one of the things that comes with mass executions of unruly slaves is one typically needs to have some way of disposing of the dead bodies. Because hygiene, not super important to people who keep people as slaves. Oh look, it's a rogue exile who's got a crown. Yoin Greyfur. That's cool, I guess. I guess I will, use my Vol gems on you. And he dropped the ring. That's kind of cool. Rogue exiles are just that.
That was our target.
Oh, was it? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Our target is always a rogue exile.
That's handy. Yeah, rogue exiles are just like they sound. Sometimes they're just rare mobs that spawn because of those chests. Sometimes they're just there. They're just assholes. Really powerful exiles. And we kill them. And they drop good things. Because they too have been amassing ancient artifacts in the land of really weird undead everything. And
yeah, they actually use player gear and will sometimes show off some of the skins of things you can buy.
yeah. And if you don't remember from our previous conversations, the way that Path of Exile gets funded...
Monetizes?
It monetizes itself via, like, aesthetic effects, purchasing of skins, and different, like... You can make your rain of fireballs look like a rain of, like... siege bombs from the sky, like flaming siege balls of murder. And it's kind of, you know, I like that. It's not overpowered, you're not paying to, like, instantly get, like, all the best stuff. And it gives you the ability to kind of stand out if you're really passionate about this game and want to feel all, like, overly fancy. Where is the thing? Okay, it's back here. Running through the slums on rooftops is a janky, confusing endeavor.
There's none of that $5 for the sword that you need to clear
so
everything.
Here we are at the old crematorium where they dispose of those bodies that I was talking about. And they've got some gear in here to electrocute things. It's kind of like a prison too. You punish the underlings, the untouchables, as it were, in like places like India. And that conversation will come up thanks to Taria, who pointed that out to me in the session we fucked up. Which is unfortunate. That was a really good session for all the stuff with the things. But, you know, whatever. Easy come, easy go.
I'm using the waypoint to talk to the assassin.
Alright, that's probably not a bad idea. I will do that in a minute. Where was the waypoint? By the door? It was.
Yeah, it's right next to the door.
I should go do that.
He's like right next to the exit from the city, so...
So yeah, Tolman's in here somewhere. He is getting experimented on. And that's a personal problem of his.
Sometimes.
Yeah. He's cute. He's adorable. We're not friends. In fact, he's a pretty shit exile if he got kidnapped in the first place, so whatever.
When it comes to the gore and dystopia, they really add in little touches.
Yeah, with like victim shaming right off the bat. Nicely done, Larry, a real progressive guy. look, it's life or death. Kill or be turned into an undead monster. So I've made my choice a long time ago, and I've just decided to deal with it. But no, we were gonna save him. Like, that's a thing we were gonna do. We're not completely soulless monsters. I am a monster. I'm a Chupacabra that eats other people's goats and sucks their blood out through their vital blood pathways, destroying their livelihoods. But I have a soul. I emailed Francis. I emailed Pope Francis, and he said, yeah, man, Chupacabras have souls. It's alive, isn't it? I'm like, sweet. Am I evil? Dude, do you even believe in this stuff? Fair enough, Francis. You're a cool Pope. Good for you. Good for you for not being an asshole. Alright. So, what do we get back here?
Wasn't Pope Francis the one who was like, hey, homosexuals aren't evil?
As long as they're good people, who am I to judge? And you're just like, damn, Francis, that's the most progressive thing a Pope will ever probably say. Like, don't hate the people that like to bum each other. I mean, I don't necessarily have an opinion about, like, stuff even weirder than, like, gays and lesbians. But, like, you know, if people like the otherkin on Tumblr decide they want to do that with other otherkin, like, whatever. Doesn't affect me. They can have fun with that. Same with, like, people who are gay. Like, if you love that guy and he loves you back, that woman loves that woman, do the thing, man. Whatever makes you happy in life, it doesn't hurt someone else. Like, well, who cares? I don't know why people make such a big deal out of it. It's not demeaning anything. Shit. Alright, so we got some creepy cages. I think we can probably...
Lots of mice running around.
Yeah. Probably can finish this area before the end of the episode, actually. That's good. A little progression.
I think there's a second level under this.
Yeah.
Oh. There's only this one area.
Okay, good. I was like, wait a minute. I don't remember there being a second level, but there could be. Alright, go my murder skeleton heads. Help me murder Barb. Alright. I guess he's already
Skeleton
kinda...
head must be fed.
Guess he must, already be up on the murder, so that's fine. Interestingly enough, it would seem that a lot of these elementals that are running around, they have, like... You may not be able to see them on the fire ones, but there's like this little clot of blood that floats just behind their head. Some of the elementals are leftovers of like the rogue magic that's wandering around Ray class, the same stuff that's bringing all the dead back to life. And a great many of them are actually some of Malagaro's creations. You know, he injected the virtue gems into dead things, living things, not living things, and turned them into living things. Living things that turned them into accursed undead things. You know, he got around. He was this game's original Dr. Mangala, and Piety is just a really lame and, like, poser. She needs to get on his level. Aside from the fact that the whole reason why exiles are in this continent is for her to experiment on. What a naughty girl, that Piety. Be a shame if someone... Yes, spoiler alert, everybody. After the fact. Yeah, Piety's a dick. We're gonna kill her. She's an ass. We're not gonna go into what she does in Act 4. Or what she did for Act 4. Because that would be spoiling it for me. Even though I've already spoiled it for me, for you guys at home. Because I love you. I know you want that storyline, and I'm all about getting it for you. Yeah.
Well, you know, usually the first question anyone ever asks is, why am I here? What is my purpose?
So, you're probably wondering, like, what's the deal with, like, Piety and the Blackguard? Why are they dicks? The short answer is, they are, like, the weird sort of, what's the word?
Emulators?
Radical offshoot of the church that rebelled against the Empire because of their corruption, because it was heresy, it was impure, and it was corrupting the spirit of humanity. They're one of, like, the crazy militaristic offshoots of those people, like, just completely crazy, and they want to come back to this land based upon the ancient stories that they were told by their order, and they want to claim powers for themselves as I walk right into Piety. Like, just whiff right into her. But that's fine. It's fine. Hello, Piety's friends. It'd be a real shame if I just, like, insta'd you with my crazy lightning magic. Come here, Piety. You think your lightning magic's fancy? Well, mine's fancier. See? I mix it with fireball. It's jazz hands. I got pizzazz, woman. You're not gonna get away from me in your weird outfit, either. You're gonna... Oh, well, guess she had a cosplay convention to get into. Oh, well. There's Tallman. She was experimenting on him. Probably, like, trying to use electricity on some Virtue Gem action. He's a corpse, so we don't really care. We ripped a bracelet off his hand, and we're like, hey, Clarissa, your boyfriend's dead. So, give us the key to Poop Town. I wish I was making this up, but I'm really not. And that's where we're in this episode, guys. Thanks for joining us for more Path of Exile, The Awakening. And we will catch you again next time for some more, shenanigans and, existential butt-touching and lore explorations. So join us then. Bye, guys.